Hello, welcome to the Red Room. So today I'm going to talk about films again. Last week we watched a modern film for modern audiences, kinda. And for a change, we actually liked it. So we're talking obviously about Lady Ballers. So let's look at it.
In a world where women's sports is being transformed, the Daily Wire calls foul with the most triggering comedy of the year.
Guys, this is serious. Sports can be your pathway to a better life.
Well, like yours?
Please don't steal my catalytic converter again. Winning matters. It's the key ingredient in becoming a winner.
Maybe you should try it sometime. Are you gonna move?
I am not.
Let's cut to the chase. I know you're not a woman.
Hey, you don't know how he identifies.
If you can beat them,
What do you know about the U.S. Opens for the Global Games?
You want us to compete as women. $5,000 prizes.
My lover says you were a great coach back in the day.
join
This is the way the world is now. My 8-year-old daughter told me all about it. So a guy can become a girl with no physical changes at all.
Oh, that's called gender fluid.
So I can be a woman on the court and a man in the bedroom. I can't believe it. Nice!
You mean when you're sleeping?
Yes.
Coach,
Alex, we could play basketball.
we have to get the whole team back together.
it's time
We're in.
I'm in.
I'm in.
to play
Lady Ballers. Man up.
like a girl.
That's right. I'm with her. I'm in my room. This is my room.
From heroes
Day one of being a girl athlete. I love being a girl.
to sheroes,
We could dominate every woman's sport. Running, swimming, soccer. I said sport, Felix! It's ladies basketball, boys. Nobody watches.
Excuse me. Are these seats open?
Never mind.
getting dunks, and tucking trunks.
No, she didn't. That's the biggest I've ever seen on a lady.
I don't care.
Lady Ballers.
One can even be trans age now, which provides Sheelix with a wonderful opportunity to relive all the experiences that she missed out on in school.
Streaming exclusively on Daily Wire Plus December 1st.
Let's start sharing.
So
some
apparently it is doing well in the US as a streaming movie. Okay, so let's start.
Well, Spark is not brilliant. It's entertaining. That's what it's.
Yeah. So bad news first. I would say that most of the really good scenes are in the
Yeah.
trailer. Yeah. So okay, do you really need to watch it? Probably. There are a few more.
Well, we
But-
could watch that instead of watching a Marvel Disney movie.
Yeah, yes, definitely. Okay, so now something more, delve a little deeper into this. Okay, it's obviously a small production. There's no one really famous there unless you count Ben Shapiro and
Matt Walsh.
Walsh and Michael Knowles and Andrew Clavin and Ted Cruz, I think. I don't know. No, that's not Ted Cruz. I don't know. That guy appears there. American politician. Probably more. I don't know. I think there are more than one cameos by American politicians. The other guys, I don't know. Well, the trainer, the basketball trainer is also a member of the Daily Wire.
He's the director.
The CEO, yeah. So
He's the director of the film.
also that, yeah. So maybe yeah, he's probably has done something before, but I had never seen him. The other guys, I don't know. Maybe I've seen them in small roles in other movies, but I can't remember anyone. But they are
But you can't remember anyone anyway.
Yeah, but okay.
I
So
like
the
Felix.
faces.
I like the guy that does the Felix, the small guy that does the imitation of.
That's yeah.
It's funny.
That's probably the funniest actor in the group. But they're all competent enough to do a comedy. It's not really that this kind of comedy is not really difficult for people to just do their roles. The jokes are funny, definitely not hilarious, but they are funny. Mm. I watched a review of this movie by the Archcast, and something that he says about it, and he didn't really like it, but there's something he says about it that makes sense, and the movie loses a lot of humorous value because everything that is there has already happened in real life.
Yes, that is.
So yeah, it's if this movie had been released years ago,
It'll be a lot funnier because people will say, "Oh, I cannot believe this is happening. This will never happen." Ha ha ha.
even if one or two things had happened before, because something would have happened to do a movie like this. But if it was in the beginning of the lunacy, it would have been funnier. But it was made when they could make it.
To show to the normies still that yes, how ridiculous this is.
That's still a possibility. Lots of people, and believe me, many people in the world, in countries like ours.
Spoilers because everybody watched it. I like the final. Not fun. The final boss fight, but the final game when they go get the black guy, the thing that they're also women.
Yeah, that's unexpected. But so there are some things that are unexpected and fun. So.
And it has a nice, the guy in the bed. And it has a nice now and then the end is nice and the warm and the fuzzy. That's not necessarily, there's a moral. It's also good and a bit of a redemption story. So we can say that this is about, but also there's like a redeeming story arc for the characters.
Okay, so going on with this. In terms of production values and all that, well, it's more like a television movie, not really.
Well, in the end, it is a television movie because streaming is the new.
It's in the end, it's really television. But yeah, it wasn't made for the big screen.
But that is something that is interesting. Let's see how much it makes because I think it was very inexpensive. Well, comparing to,
I believe so. Yeah.
Someone was telling, I don't know who was telling that the whole budget of the film was the same that they spent just for paying to actors in Godzilla.
Yeah, well, makes sense.
So
even just looking at that, you see that there are no stars there, so that's already. And then it's a comedy. No special effects, no. The scenarios are probably real places, so yeah, that's not expensive to do.
But that's interesting to show that you can make a film that has success and is not incredibly expensive.
So some people were asking, is this preachy? No, not really. No, I don't think so.
No, I think the it could be a little bit preachy, but I think the end that it kind of turns it. I like the sweet end.
Yeah,
it's a bit stupid, but I liked it. It's maybe
I wouldn't say this is a propaganda movie. Not really, because it's a comedy, so it takes the edge of it. Yeah, it's making fun of this shit, but how can you not make fun of it? But
it's still preachy, but I think it redeems itself.
I guess so. Yeah.
Because it's just making jokes and then.
Yes, well, the fact it's the comedy and it's a ridiculous comedy, it's not supposed to be taken seriously. So I think it takes that edge of it, the edge of being a propaganda movie. I don't think it's really propaganda. Well, it is a propaganda movie, but done in a way that I
don't think it's incredibly preachy.
No,
it could be a lot more.
It could be a lot more, yes. So if you watch Daily Wire shows, they are much more preachy in those shows than they are in the movie. So don't expect that to happen. It's just a movie.
Someone in Twitter was saying that after watching Lady Ballers, she thought that the conclusion to solve this was having men in every woman's sport. Just have to show people do this in the real world. Show how
exactly like that. Yes, because usually it's just one person competing, or maybe two competing against a bunch of them, but in this case, it's a whole team of women. So yeah, doing that would probably show normies the lunacy of this. So okay, is it worth it? I think so. I think it is worth it. It's funny enough, it's entertaining enough. If you think this is ridiculous, you will find it funny, obviously. If you think this is offensive, the movie, I mean, you will not find it funny, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. Even though it's not preachy, it's obvious that they are making fun of that particular things.
I think it's not preachy because it's a comedy. Exactly like
Yeah,
you were saying.
that's what immediately turns it into a just a movie and not it's not a documentary. It's not like What is a Woman? That is funny sometimes. Maybe it is okay. So it might be even funnier than this because you see real people.
You have better actors. They have better. Yeah, they have
Yeah.
better actors.
People are playing themselves. So they, yeah. Okay, so probably I laughed harder when watching What is a Woman, but that's because it's real. It's a real world, and obviously stuff like that happening for real, and people saying those stupid things. It can be, yeah. Okay, so well, watch both. Watch both. If you haven't watched What is a Woman, it's there are some parts that are funny, especially when the Matt Walsh is interviewing the African guys. There's a tribe somewhere in Africa. They are living away from civilization. They have never heard about that stuff, and yeah, it's funny.
I also like the person that identified as a wolf.
Yeah, that's what it's funny. They are very funny, of course. Especially when it's when you are not watching it every day. But on Twitter, it gets a little bit.
Yeah, it's a bit tragic.
In that place there, that shows the funniest probably. Yeah, it makes you laugh. Okay. Other than that, updates. Yeah. We are now working on the next game, which is, well, it's just a re-release or a second edition, Ratchet Apocalypse. This time, it will have most of the content. The new content will be setting, not rules, because there are already rules for settlements in the core book, and wear and tear rules, and something like scavenging, not really. But so those rules are expanded, but they are not really new. There may be something new there, probably tables,
but more setting.
But yeah,
more
tables and setting.
World.
Tables and more setting. The first one wasn't really a setting, but now there are three things. Well, one of them is the first one. It will still be there as an option. There's a dystopia in the United Kingdom by Joe Coombs, who wrote most of the first book. He had a dystopic setting, small setting, unpublished yet, and it was included there. So no specific rules. It's just another setting. You could probably mix it with the first one, I guess. I don't know. And then there will be a sandbox setting, not like Emmettville, not a location like Emmettville, but it will be a sandbox setting for the Ratchetverse. So there are connections. The Ratchet factions are mentioned. The end of the world was or will be caused by one of the factions, which is the Reset Foundation. And there will be mentions to other stuff, the supernatural, the beyond, some of the creatures, some of the monsters. So okay, so there will be a connection. Not that the other ones can't be used in a Ratchet scenario. Of course they can, but this one will have already the plot hooks and the connections to.
So to also make it like the other ones.
Yeah, so
with the other
there will be some more things, but there will be a part that looks like the other setting chapters in the previous books. You're doing something as well.
I'm still doing my Christmas one shots, but I'm lazy. It should be ready next week. Anyway, you're doing Apocalypse, so probably not going to stop to do the layout until that one is done.
I'm not sure. Depends if I finish it or not. There are some more things in the works, but I'm not going to talk about that now because I'm not now. I don't know when they will be ready. So, well, we will already mention most of them. So there are other things to
For
come.
next year,
Yeah,
probably.
most of them. So I think in terms of the page, that's it. Yeah, well, okay. The other thing is probably next week there will be
Oh yeah,
a release that
Pundits.
isn't ours. The Pundit files, the first Pundit file will probably be released next week, but that's something that is not up to me, so I will have to wait for that. But I will announce it when it happens, of course. And that's it, I think. So watch Lady Bombers. I think it's a nice
good
fun
Christmas
movie,
movie.
and that's another thing. This is the kind of thing that no one is doing right now, and no one can do. No one could do a movie making fun of this kind of thing. And also, there are no comedy movies coming from Hollywood.
Maybe they are, but it's just not
I don't
funny.
think there are. Yeah, they wouldn't be funny, but I don't think there are comedies. They can't
Well,
do comedy.
if there are, so we are wrong. Just leave it in the comments.
I don't think so. No, I mean, they can't do comedy. Comedy is offensive.
Well, they can do preachy comedy.
That's not comedy. That's
I
Henning
know.
Gatsby. That's not comedy. That's not
I
funny.
only see superhero films, so I
Yeah,
see
that's it. But I don't
Disney
think
princesses.
I don't
and
think
all
they
that,
have made
so-
they have made. Obviously, there are some small independent movies, but even in that category, I don't think there are many comedy movies. But I can check it later. Not to watch them, just to check if they exist. Okay, so that's it.
Bye.
Bye bye.